she really has trouble with the word submission. She is accentuating it multiple times throughout, and if you actually pay attention to how she's saying it, she considers the Tradcons to be the arbitrators, so they can judge other women, right? They can decide who is who, and it turns out to be very judgmental, right? And also, she believes that Tradcons, and she mentioned it, are the closest to the biblical patriarchy. But if she is the closest to the biblical patriarchy, she shouldn't be struggling with submission.
No,
but she is, right? So you see the mismatch there. While the Tradwives, they are more open, they are advertising as if they are more submissive. Whether it's true or not, it's hard to prove, and we don't know enough about them, how authentic they are. In my mind, they also don't mention the word submission. They don't mention the words, oh, ladies, you need to lose your power and control. They're not saying this. So my idea is that, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong either, but at least like admit it, that you don't actually want to give up your freedom, your power, and your control. You enjoy being on social media, getting the comments, getting the attention that you get in both situations out there, right? And you are both using the feminist language.
I mean, that trad wife that you showed last week. I mean, she seems to be spending most of her time making content. That's not very traditional.
True.
So very untraditional.
That's more her living her life how she wants. So no, she's not a traditional. She is, but on surface maybe, but
well, very superficial, very visual. She's all for the 1950s looks, and if you actually watch her content, and there are other women out there, we just picked one of them, but you can find more ladies who are following that movement, and they are following the trend. They are portraying themselves as being more like traditional visually, right? So it's appealing to men more because men want to get back to the 1950s time, to the ideal of that time.
I think
right?
most men watch that one gal in particular because of her bosoms, at least from my experience. Yeah.
Well, you see, because men are very visual.
I mean, she could be dressed as a hoe, and they'd be just as. I mean, she kind of does. I mean, she flaunts her bosoms like in a major way on pretty much all of her posts that I've seen anyway.
Yeah.
And like that's the only reason why I don't know, guys that I know have like watched her stuff and been like, check out this chick. I'm like, dang.
I know, right? Yeah, she covers her boobs, but she's still portraying them. They are out on display, and she was saying
her body off without showing her body off.
Yeah, like try to do it in a more modest way. Oh, wait, you're not going to get the clicks and the likes that you want. So then how are you different from the feminists out there, from the OnlyFans girls, when you are effectively using the same method, the same tactic as those girls are using? Yeah, I'm having questions too, because I've been following her for a while now, and we've talked about her before. I brought it up in our previous videos as well. And in addition to using the feminist language, the visual that she presents herself, it's yeah, shall I say that she's slightly better out there? She is more modest, but the fact that she doesn't put her boobs into a swimming suit, it's no different than she's putting them on display, right, as a focus, as a center of attention.
She still does. I mean, there's things you can do to like de-enhance your chest. I mean, like, and I mean, as a female who works in a male-dominated thing, I like intentionally try to make myself look as unfeminine and unappealing as possible when I'm working. Like, sports bra to like compress anything, like hair is up under a hat, no makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, yeah, there's things that like you can do to enhance or not enhance, you know, your aspects that men are going to be attracted to. And like, you know, when you're like one-on-one with your husband or something, like, sure, like enhance that. But if you're, you know that there's a bunch of men gawking at you, like, why would you continue like doing that?
Well,
like if you truly are traditional, I guess.
That's a good question. That's a good question. This is why I'm saying like she's most likely a grifter. I don't know for sure. Like maybe she has the bestest intentions out there. I hope she does. And look, if women start swinging that direction instead of being pro-feminism, actively, they still, all of them are. We can't eliminate feminism, right? But at least this is the attempt to bring some gender roles. At least women are trying. I mean, you know, so that other women can be held to higher standards and men can expect more things from women. Okay, maybe, but it's still the presentation of it. It's just suspicious. You know, like what is she trying to achieve there? Is she really sending this message out to women? Because look, I'm not the only one who has this reaction to, oh, look at her boobs, right? You ladies pointed it out. I bet like if we had more women joining us, they would say, oh, but your presentation. And then later on, this lady that I showed to you, she's a Tradcon. She doesn't like the Tradwives movement because she finds them grifting. She pointed out those things too. And I mean, there is some truth to what she's saying. She's just not 100% right either. You know what I mean? And she's saying that men in the manosphere, in the red pill, they are the ones who are pushing this Tradwives movement. The women have to be ultra traditionalist and ultra submissive and etc. I will disappoint you. She's not wrong 100%. Okay, there are certain men in this field who are promoting it, right? Who are saying, yeah, like these women who look in promiscuous dresses, who are behaving in a certain way, they are great women, and something is wrong with you if you don't like them. Okay. I definitely see it. We can't avoid it. It's there, okay? But it's not the whole truth. If we look at other people's work, if you find content creators who are authentically trying to help men, not grifting, not enjoying being popular, surrounding themselves with this pretty women that they can hang out with, yeah, there are good men out there who are trying to help men, who are trying to also help women by helping men to find the truth, to get back to the traditional, I should say, like old way of thinking, old way of doing things. So coming back to the biblical patriarchy. But biblical patriarchy requires men to be more masculine, and it requires women to be more submissive. Submit to your husband in everything. And we see that neither Tradcons nor traditional wives, they are promoting submission. It's always about man. He must be the right man. You can only do it for the right man, right? And we've talked about the right man. Today he is the right man because he gave you an expensive piece of jewelry. Tomorrow he is not the right man and you disregard him, right? So the right man in a feminist mindset, right? It's not very stable. It's not a very objective term. Like define the right man. If you choose to spread your legs to a man, like any man, he must be the right man for you then. Then submit to him, the one that you chose to open your legs with, right?